thing to try at least, and hopefully I can play in the next one too.
Hopefully I get picked again.
Yeah, me too, man.
I want to play survival. I don't know, dude.
I mean, they tend to prior people that like actually use their platform and all that.
Oh, I use the platform.
But they were really cool to hang out with at BlizzCon.
Yeah,
I haven't really used it much yet, but I'll.
Like Torpid and Rio and them are so nice.
Yeah,
I don't mind putting some effort into playing them because it's really fun.
Play what?
Yeah, I mean it's just fun, like that it's NA and EU, even though you guys are lagging. Yeah.
I mean, I enjoyed it. I did nothing all day but sit here and watch.
Like the first one was really fun for me because I had like a lobby with Thesha, and then I actually learned a lot playing Rogue Feral with Tony. Surprisingly, it made me like a lot more acceptable of Zug Zug.
Dude, I needed one round, and I know the round I should have won. Now it's just gonna eat at me forever.
Which one?
There's one in the when I was playing with Gelu, Tren, and
Oh, you meant like overall? I thought you meant our lobby.
Yeah. There was one match there where I had feign death in 0.9 seconds and exile, and they had nothing, and I didn't get the feign off, and that was.
I mean, I should have had like 4 or 5 more if I just played the melee cleave one right with Fort melee. Like, it's just that there's 2 disarms. I just shouldn't have played disarm myself, even though they said I should, because I was just like asking what they wanted. I should have just been like, nope, I'm doing this, and I should have just Zug-Zugged the Windwalker more, and like bomb was my only win condition, and I wasn't playing it.
At least in the rounds with me, I don't really care for the disarm as I already wrote you. I just really wanted
you just trade.
More pump.
Yeah, see, this is what I don't get, Nahj, right?
Yep.
So I tied with whatever 7 people.
Yeah, there was like 3 9s, right? But
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The damage tiebreaker thing is weird because like you're not even in the same game as them.
The only
DH, weird.
Yeah. So like, what am I supposed to?
I don't even think they pulled up details. They're just like, nope, we know DH is top.
I can't, like, I'm not gonna have damage at DH ever, even though I do good damage. It's not.
Well, that's why I said like that. There's situations like that, LE, BM, and all that. Like, the only fair way to do it is literally roll, so everyone's fucked.
Yeah, it was actually really close.
Because if you have people vote, it's rigged. If you try to replay the same lobby, people will either not care because nothing's on the line for them, or they will kind of lean it towards their friend if they know someone in the lobby.
What you should do is have there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, there's 7. Yeah. I don't know.
I know, it was really close for me. So if I look at the standings now, there's like a healer with 12, then 12, then 10, and then me and JT have 9.
And it's rigged for healers too, because like certain classes you have to heal more. Like if you're a healer healing a sub rogue or whatever, like you're gonna get fucked.
You're not gonna out heal like an R druid, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, I can sometimes do more healing than other healers, so
it just depends how hard your team is losing before you randomly win.
If I had one more point, I
I'm disarmed.
Yeah. Made it because I played pretty long games, I think.
Let's do druid swaps.
Kingsbane, there for like PP now.
That was so much fun though. I haven't done a like that since like.
I'm gonna sap the DK. I'm just gonna open the warrior and then we'll swap healer.
Hey, when you overgrowth.
Swap healer.
Healer.
I wasted a step, but I'm there. Fearless.
Cool.
Cool. I got disorient on my trinket.
I'm
not gonna get trank.
Go DK, yeah?
Yeah.
Go DK.
I like it.
Sure. I'll fence up.
Yeah.
Anything
off? One more stun.
Fade him.
Nice.
I'll stun trap out.
Oh, grip you, so you can get it. Okay, grip you back.
Might sap still anyway. I don't get the sap. Cheap shot though.
Okay, nice.
Hitting warrior for a sec.
Yeah. Ultimate stun.
Restun. I'll half sap. Yeah. Duel if you drink it, but you didn't.
I should have played survival. I just used better at survival. I just stuck at the end. I don't know how it's possible.
And it's also like so lobby dependent. I swear if we were playing a comp like this, like a Thug or RMP or something, we would have done so well together, Nahj.
Oh, of course.
I love Thug, dude.
We just didn't really
literally, it's the whole lobby unless it's 4 melee with a ret.
Yeah, you got shit on that lobby.
The first lobby was just people didn't press CDs, but the second one was, it was a 2-win because no one used CDs on my team. Literally in the opener every time. It was just died in the opener, no buttons, twice. And then the other one was just the comp. But I could have played completely different and still got 4 wins minimum. I beat that exact comp in actual ladder. It's just like, I can't be a team player.
I mean, you can.
I mean, not if they're wrong.
Okay.
I was being beta and just being like, sure. I didn't want to tilt anyone.
You gotta be.
Well, the thing is, like, I want people to play their best, and if I'm like argumentative with them, you know, they're just gonna think I'm being stuck up or whatever.
You can be like, you can debate with someone, you know, have constructive feedback without being argumentative.
Yeah, most people just think that comes across as defensive.
Well, then they're fried.
And then they'll just play worse because you don't agree, and then they'll blame playing your way just because you lost, even if it's right. That's so like the story of so many bridges I've burned.
Be like that.
Oh.
Clone Siege.
We got the trail in them. Oh shit.
The Clone Siege. I'm gonna mark him, and then I'm gonna pre-scatter. Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Grab it.
Finding me some stuff.
I trigger. I'm on road. Trigger duel. Disarm. I duel the incarn too. Should be okay. I get cloned. You're still dead?
I trinketed late, but I should have done earlier.
I had baited you by peeling it. I thought with disarm and duel you could grade. That was my bad. I should have just let you trinket.
I could have stunned Rogue and the cloak.
Man, I PS'd really high and I was considering trinketing, but I don't know, I heard so much like peeling this, peeling that, I thought I could live, I guess.
That's my bad.
I should have played Bulwark too, then I'd probably live.
I mean, I don't know what you would have done though, because he was running big cloak and he was cloaked and hitting him. And
yeah.
You're like dueling the.
If I had Bulwark, I live. I should have just had Bulwark.
Okay. Gotcha. No problem.
Oh yeah, let me turn sound effects and stuff back in. Add browser. Annoying. Stuff should be fixed now. Totem icons, it's the Better Blizz plates and frames. And there's a button for my settings as well at the bottom. Explain to me how Sepsis is used. Just press it as like an empowered Shadow Strike. The build is all about T Eviscerate and like Rupture as well. It's like a bar like this wide, and it has like 3 little camera lenses on it. And you would like adhesive or Velcro it to like the bottom of your monitor, and then calibrate it. You can technically unlock your computer with it if you want, like set up Face ID and stuff like that, which I have not done, but supposedly there's games made for it too. But yeah, it's a couple $100 attachment that I bought years and years ago. It's actually in my setup link with all the Amazon stuff. I did not mean to put 2 dots in that chatbot command. I need to fix that when I was like changing everything. There we go. Now it has 1 dot. Have a specific server for the solo shuffle tourney? Yeah, they have their own community, like Void community Discord, and then there's just a bunch of lobbies for the players. And everyone just switches channels to like be in the correct lobby. Help me out with a craftable? Sure. You should do boots and helmet. Verse mastery above, or like mastery above 90% HP. And stat boots there. And then next week, I'm probably going to craft a crit ring with crit mastery. And I'm probably gonna get on use trinket, which will be huge too. Why crit mastery? Because I don't value Versa anymore. Now that I don't play lethality or rotten or Gormaw. So like buffing a 50k Shadow Strike or a 20k Gloomblade or like backstep does literally nothing. So all of your damage is Rupture, this, Blades, Secret if you're playing it. It's all finishers with this build. And having crit really helps to the bottleneck of not having Cold Blood and not having Rotten. So like the goal of like perfect gear, like the 4 set isn't that insane. It's like a 10% buff to Secret, but Secret doesn't do that much. Or like 20k more 2 set damage proc when you get it. But you wear 4 set anyway just because it has crit on it. So it's just free, like extra value. I think the goal is going to be 30 plus crit with 100 plus mastery and like 30 plus Versa. So like on use is going to be a couple % more crit when I get rid of this useless haste. And then when I get a couple more crafted pieces on like the belt and shoulders and sockets. Then we'll be chilling.
Nahj.
Yo.
I'm opening.
Scatter. Swapping Rogue out of that. Stun this duel, you're chilling.
I pre-das Barrier, because they go me again.
You take me on clone. I'm gonna duel though. Oh, it's on me, that's awkward. Nice. Get reclone. Yeah. I'll Kenny healer in 3.
Gouge me.
Starving Rogue.
See me?
SDR though. Kenny healer in a sec. I cloaked. I'm fine. Yeah. Stun the clone. Stun Rogue too. Yeah, that's okay. I reset. Blind trinket. Go healer.
Sure.
I got clone.
Moving Victor's.
Clone DN DR.
I'm going back to Rogue.
Yeah. I'll van before I get stunned. Can I have a shield? Oh, nice. I avoid the go. Kick the clone. I'm a little scared here. Can you healer off that? Nice. Yeah. Can you out of this? Go.
I'll spawn out.
I'm disarmed.
Big down.
All you guys. YOLO bomb for a sec. Hitting Rogue for a sec too. Hitting Rogue.
No.
Yeah, back on Boomy still. Just kill both.
I faded.
I have nothing.
Kick clone.
Gouge me. Getting me.
I might be dead here.
Yes.
Nice.
I can shrink if I need to.
I don't know if that's enough. Can't stop the clone. I got reach. Can you healer in a sec? Maybe you could fear it. I know it's far.
I can't, he knocked me.
Trying to get a slow on him.
Fine.
Got nothing for you. Yeah. I'm rooted. I can't get the clones.
I got you.
Yeah, I got clone now.
Faded, but
I wasted blades kind of, but it's fine. I'm disarmed now. In Kinid.
yeah.
I have cloak at 5.
Dead.
Maybe not. I can duel in 1. I got restun dead.
Maybe we can win still. Wait, hold on.
I just got the bad blades towards the end, but I had a really big window to win with duel.
I was just telling I think I'm gonna fall
Alright.
down.
I'm sorry on the last lobby. I got you another time, Steve. You want to do some RMP maybe, Eflex? Is that like P-Make guy around or whatever? He's always wanted to play. There's that one Europe guy that's decent that I played with.
But is he around right now?
I'm asking him. He's online. He's in Enigma Crucible though.
I didn't try emoting me.
Alright, GG's guys. Have a good night. Good shuffle tour.
Later. Sub the best spec. I think Sub is the best rogue spec right now. I'm asking him, but I think he's in an arena. But maybe it's a shuffle or something.
I think I messaged him before though, so let's see.
I've only queued him like once or twice. He's pretty decent. I don't really know him that well though.
He didn't respond to me.
Yeah, he's still an Enigma, so.
Yeah, but I mean, he didn't respond to me since like half an hour ago.
Well, I think Sokwin is also queuing. Do you have any? I mean, obviously he didn't answer you 30 minutes ago, but
No. I mean, I'm being asked for some FMP, so if you don't have anyone, I'm gonna play that.
okay.
Let's see if they're still around.
I mean, it's just cozy with a crooked spine to put my feet up, you know? I'm gonna ask a Brua too.
Yeah, I mean, the Feral asked me to play with Abrua, but now he's saying that maybe Abrua will play with us instead. So.
Oh, rip. Yoink. This is the season 11 mount.
What'd you say?
The Feral one. Oh, sorry. I thought I was muted, and then I was muting to talk to stream because I was talking to you muted, and then I unmuted to talk to stream. So it's like, oh. But yeah, I was like, rip to the Feral, and I said yoink. I'm just trying to queue. Can I ask Calvish Mage?
I don't care.
It's actually not bad on Mage. Q Calv Mage.
Do you only play sub or?
Who, Calvish?
No, you.
I play all three. It's just sub is the best right now.
I don't think it is.
Where'd you get that one at? I think it's insane after the bug fix.
Outlaw
was good, but
when I'm playing Trees on EU recently, been playing Asa and it feels way better.
It's like Asa Frost or Asa Arcane.
Asa Arcane, but could probably play with other specs too.
Calvish is just chilling.
Right.
He didn't answer me. Neither did a Brua, but. Yeah, Calv's not right now, so.
Yeah, let me see.
Difference between Verdant and Greater Verdant. Greater Verdant it tells you what items it's usable on. So Lesser Verdant is just for like rings, like the 500 Conquest and like bracers and stuff. Then the medium one is for like belt and boots and shoulders and stuff. And then Greater is just for the 875 Conquest pieces like helmet, chest, and legs. It's more of just like how much Conquest points the trophy is worth. So when you open that box for the first time and you get the quest item that gives you 2 free trophies as like a tutorial, the boots is the best for the normal one, and the helmet is the best for the... Because helmet is the worst piece of tier, and you want all the tier that's not helmet. Yeah, the PMake guy just answered me. He said, find another. He can't. He CBA's playing without foresight.
Alright.
Yeah. And did helm shoulders, poison boots. Oh, that's unfortunate. The boots are like 2% of your down. I mean, honestly, I debated some people too, right? Because I said go gloves and legs because I was going 40% Versa. I didn't believe in WAS with the whole, there's such a thing as too much Versa. And I was just playing for, you know, the perforated Gormals and stuff, and it felt good. And I liked being tankier and just doing more sustained damage and all that. And then once this new build came out, it's been fuck Versa, go full crit. And I don't even think I should have bought a second dagger. I should have bought on-use trinket. Because then I would be at like 30% crit. But I think helm, shoulders and chest are way better than gloves and legs for like your first two pieces. And then I even gem mastery crit. Yeah, I go for like 30% crit, 30% Versa, and like 100% mastery. That's like the dream, right? Right now I'm at like, in arena, I'm at like 90 something mastery with like 31 Versa and like 25 crit, I think. You want mastery. Mastery is still king. But I'm gemming mastery crit. I'm doing crafted crit mastery ring. Worst case, if you craft crit mastery rings too, is you can recraft them to verse mastery later if you want without even using a new spark. And if you have 2 crit mastery rings, you'll be able to use a conquest necklace. So that like trims down the amount of crafted pieces you need. And then since you're also playing 4-piece, there's even less, you know, not needing crafted gloves or crafted shoulders, you know, like, so like we could have all of our crafted gear done in like the next month for like the other 80% of the season. It's not like, oh, I need 10 pieces of crafted gear. Because if you have 2 crit rings, you can use a conquest necklace. Then you have, you know, crafted helmet, crafted belt, crafted bracers, maybe crafted cape, just to have a higher item level than the world PvP one, but 3 item level doesn't really matter. So at that point, it's literally 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 crafted pieces instead of like 10. Why is that better than full mastery? This build doesn't play Cold Blood or Rotten. So with the extra 6% from planned execution, you kind of want to get really, really, really high crit. Because you don't really care about Versa when you're not playing Lethality or Rotten. Like Shadow Strike does no damage, Backstab does no damage. There's not much for Versa to buff outside of, you know, buffing what your mastery already buffs. Is this build better than Cold Blood? Yeah, this is infinitely more damage. It's more sustained damage, the same or more burst,
Maybe no
and no clunky setup. It's just non-stop gas pedal. Smoother duels. You're not bottlenecked by cooldowns. You know, you can just pump every single go. This is just the best build. What'd you say? You said Boomkin?
Yeah, if you go Boomkin, maybe, because it's a very fun comp to try too.
Yeah, I mean, that is a really good comp. I don't know that many. I'd say maybe Dippy, but I don't think he's on. Yeah, I don't think I got anything. So what did the brewer say? If he's not doing FMP or this? Because if you want to do FMP, I get it. I'm just almost 3 hours into my shuffle queue.
He apparently stopped replying to the feral guy that he wanted to play with. So I guess he's gone.
Yeah.
Hey, do you have that Aegis mage on B-tag?
Not anymore, no. I haven't played with him in a hot minute. I played with him on like the last AWC season, but I don't think there was any drama or anything. It's just we didn't queue for so long that it was just awkward, and then I was just like, I'm just gonna remove everyone that I don't actually play with. I just went on a purge spree of like 80% of my BattleNet.
Fair enough.
We still like raid each other occasionally and stuff, but I don't really talk to him. If you wanted to, like if you have him, I'm down. But I'm working on a guide if I hit 500 subs, but generally the gist of it is, if you don't think you're gonna get peeled at all, it's kind of like a 1v1 scenario. You would do like blades, cheap, dance, symbols and T, Avis, sepsis, secret, or Avis again if you're not playing it. I think playing no secret is a viable option though. Just getting more finalities and more shadow finishers and more chance to proc the tier set can make it do as much burst as... People are always just like, yeah, but if you're, you know, crit secret when you're not playing Cold Blood, it can do a crazy secret. But at that point, like, why are you saying, what if you just crit the eviscerates, you know? That, and you never have the issue of anyone like melding or invising or cloaking and it just secret doing nothing. Like, there's so many cooldowns that just make the delayed damage stop. And, like, you can't trinket, cloak, and eviscerate, right? So, like, comparing a secret crit to an Avis non-crit is kind of dumb. And I think I can do equal damage without secret. Secret's good if it's like you're AoEing 2 melee together kind of thing. And then it's really good if you keep up Rupture as well, because with Dark Brew making it Shadow, even though Detail still shows physical, that makes Rupture benefit from Deeper Daggers and Veil Touched and Dark Brew itself. So Rupture pumps, especially if you can keep up like a Finality Rupture. Like in Replicate, like if you're playing Shuffle, and it's not like a tournament Shuffle where people are in voice, you drop Shadow Focus for Replicating, and then you can get like Finality Rupture on everything. Yeah, you can recraft and put the embellishment in, it's fine. The only thing that's annoying is you can't do public orders on a recraft. So you're gonna have to spam trade chat or the crafting chat or whatever. And yeah. You can't do public orders for recrafts, which is really stupid. Bruce is gonna help some people with some things first. Like he's helping with the void stuff, I think.
I see.
But maybe after, because he's gonna help them with stuff for setting up tomorrow, and then he also has to go eat.
Alright.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm 3 hours in my shuffle queue. I don't think I got anything else.
I just joined the shuffle queue.
Oh, you get your insta pop? Fuck you.
Nope, didn't get one.
What does Substance do? It's just a dot, but it also lets you get a free like stealth ability. So like I can kind of get a free like Shadow Strike teleport or something. And it also like buffs your Shadow Strike, but you don't really Shadow Strike that much. But yeah, it's just a dot that does more damage than Shadow Strike. But the build's not really about it. It's just that this build, like, Perforated is useless and Inevitability is bad. So you just take it so that you can get the cooldown reduction. Like, the build is all about just T giving you more Eviscerate and Rupture damage. And having Finality and Dark Brew. What is the comp point builder? Shadow Blades, Cheap Shot and Evis spam. Or Fan of Knives if you're farming dance charges. Like, Shadow Strike is, like, for, like, the non-Blades goes. You press a couple of them, but they do, like, 50k damage. What comps are good with Hunter? It went from everything being Hunter X, like Hunter Lock, Hunter Mage, everything, but to now just, like, Thug Cleave. I don't think Jungle is that insane. BM Hunter is a lot of good comps. I think you can play, like, PHDK with a DK. I think DK is probably your best bet. Maybe. I don't know. It's usually just Marksman trying to play its own game or just BM. Like, just PvEing with, like, some random class like a Demo or something. Like, Yosk and Vanguards and them have not been doing as well as normal with Ret Hunter right now. But Vanguards has been top of the ladder with Ret DH instead. But Hunter is really good, it's just, it's weird how it fits into comps. Are we just AFK stream right now? I mean, we're trying to find games. It's that or we do viewer twos. But I went through my whole BattleNet with like 5 different possibilities. Me and a healer cannot find a third. Because Abrua is doing some stuff like helping the tournament set up for tomorrow. And then the EU mage here doesn't want to play without 4-piece. Ferrix didn't answer me. And Sakwan doesn't like playing early in the season. He only wants to play late. And then, like I already answered Abrua. And then Calvish Mage said he's fried from streaming for 7 hours and he's getting off. So, and then we were doing some Thug Cleave. And I don't really know any boomies right now. But we're technically in queue for a shuffle. It's only been 4 hours. I don't think it'll ever pop because I'm 2600 MMR, but because I win every lobby that's not, the tournament. Feels bad. Sub is really good right now, though. It's definitely going to get nerfed multiple times. It's insane. Right now. After the bug fixes and all that. I'm at the level I'm whispering people that are offline and just copium that they're offline mode. I guess I'll do some viewer twos, and if you find someone, let me know. Later. What direction sub will take after the expected nerfs? It'll stay the same build. Even if they nerfed T, you would just take acrobatic strikes like this. I think. Like, playing around Avis is much better than, Gormlaw doesn't do enough damage, even if you go heavy Versa. I don't think they'll nerf Avis, hopefully. That's the copium, right? Because Avis isn't the problem. Avis is terrible in every other build except for this one. Like, if you're Avising for 100k out of, like, 900 to 1.2 million, like, it's just this build can get, like, 270k Avises before Shadow Avis. And if you add Shadow Avis and Tier Set Avis, you're looking at some 350k Avis rates sometimes, like, if you're critting leather or cloth. And then if you count that to a warrior, like maybe 200k crit with all 3 combined, but I will play a lot of Kata, yeah. Shadow Strike is like the teleport is fixed, yeah. So is the Shadow of his talent. Get Beirudo. Any DKs in the tourney? I don't think so, actually. I'm thinking off the top of my head. There's only 2 sub rogues, 1 frost mage, a couple windwalkers. I tweeted the list of all the players. That's an easier way to check. Do we check kick chat? I do. I have like a thing that merges the chats. It's hard for me to type on kick chat though, compared to typing on YouTube, but the way I have it set up. So if I look at this as jank as it is, right? Oh, we have 1 unholy. It was this guy. Vigorous. Or was there a second one? No, I think that's it. I'll link you the list of everyone that was in it. And then finals is top 8 DPS and top 4 healers, and that's tomorrow. That's awkward. Oh, this guy's close to 1800 at least, if you didn't have it already. S key is actually really good. Yeah, back pedal. Back in the day, everyone made fun of people that moved backwards. But the reason why it's really good is it's just for like repositioning your character. and like spacing. Like especially when you have the 8-yard range. Or if you want to make sure like your back is facing a wall, right? Like so if you have evasion up, you're only dodging from the front. So if a rogue tries to like shadow step behind you to kidney you, it'll go through your evasion. But if you backpedal like into a wall, and then they can't shadow step behind you because of the wall. And then you can actually outplay their like step kidney or something like that, or step disarm. So like backpedaling is just good for like repositioning your character really quickly. Or making sure that like pets and stuff aren't hitting you. Or like if you have like a whole bunch of hunter pets and stuff on you and you like turn around to like run back to the pillar, then the pets get to hit you from behind. So you kind of like backpedal to like min-max your evasion kind of. Even though it's slower if you're, you never want to go in like a straight line backwards like that, obviously. But like, if it's just like a turn run, like you can do a lot with backpedal actually. And then it's just good for positioning in general. If you're like trying to like max range, like hit a monk that's trying to fist weave like to heal, and you're like shiv kiting him with acrobatic, and you can just like keep backpedaling while you're hitting him, having more range than him. Yeah, back in the day, everyone made fun of backpedal. But, it's actually really good nowadays. It's also just, like, kind of good for, like, turning and, just, like, stop moving forward. Like, to undo your W that you're holding, kind of. I should have waited for... Ooh, he breaks the sap, too. I think we have to go him, then, since we wasted our stuff. If we get Trinket, it's okay. We didn't get Trinket. Got Wall, I guess, but... Try to kill the Healing Tide. Got it. Won't be able to sap this. Hopefully he gets a sheep. Bomb in case he doesn't get the sap. He gets the sheep. I'll duel out of that defensively and for CC. We'll just eat here. Honestly, if I kidneyed Shaman, he might have died, but... the Shaman still had Trinket. Kidney now. It's a little early for sheep, but... Ooh, we gave him precog for no reason. And I get disarmed on my dance. Like the frame I press it. Still have to go in for the last go. Maybe he can... I get lassoed. No CS for it. Because we gave him precog for no reason while he was CC'd. Disarm this guy, but I'm dead. Died of bleeds. Got Trinket Link. He still has block. That was just us on the opener, because we like broke the sap. But we also shouldn't have been sapping Shaman. We need to DB the kill target at the same time I sap healer. Like it should be DBing warrior. And if the warrior like kites your invis while you're mounted, then you can just DB healer and I'll stun warrior too. Like if the warrior's kiting you invis somehow. And then worst case, if they're double stacked, then you just double DB and you just sheep the healer. That's the worst outcome for them is if they're stacked. But in general, it's just, yeah, we don't need to break my sap. But I shouldn't have sapped without the warrior crossed because he's going to play its turn. I don't really play the one-shot build anymore, but it's basically just Cold Blood your Kingsbane with Shiv already up. And then Deathmark. And you do way less damage not having both poisons, and, 4 poisons is a really great utility. And Cold Blood also is kind of hard to afford. When his 3 is, I just did some Thug Cleave, and I just did a solo shuffle tournament. But, yeah, me and Eflux couldn't find a third DPS. We struck out with like 5 different people. Most people are just too fried from the tourney to keep playing right now. Another walk and trinket. We kidney off that. We got reverse. I don't like this rupture that I did. Kidney into a blind. Wait out his backflip. Darks. Blinding off that. Hopefully it doesn't break. Sap, because I don't want to deal with any micro. The trinkets. I'm gonna have to dots. Maybe kick heal? No. He's gonna have to block soon, probably. This rupture makes it hard for him to pre. He DBs, but it's gonna break. He's gonna backflip this. He doesn't backflip. So then DH just trinket. Big finality T of this. I mean, I got glad my very first season that I wasn't like a PvE Andy. As soon as I went to a real server and like mained PvP, and that's when it was not like duelist, when it was like actually kind of a couple 100 points off rank 1. The only thing I would have told myself is to start PvPing sooner, even if I sucked, because I mained PvE for like vanilla TBC and Wrath, obviously. Kata's when I started like actually maining PvP. I got duelist in Wrath, but it was like a fluke. I had no idea what was going on. We either won in the opener or we lost, basically. We had full PvE gear, basically, too. It's a different version of S Arena that you need to get. I don't really like the gloves or the boots. I had to change them to the Malevolent, like beginning of Mop Elite set, because it's a pretty similar orange. But because these are the actual gloves. I mean, the gloves are okay. It's just the boots I hate. I could probably change the gloves. And then these are the 2400 daggers you get for Elite. Purple Wrath NG goggles. I mean, you mean hypervision, or what do you mean by that? These? Like Mimron's head? Those match pretty well. 2.1k enchant. It's this. It's not as good as Shadow Flame, but it's better than like a few enchants. You know, it's a B tier. And this is the new tabard. But usually I kind of like Cosmic Tabard with it too. I'm just wearing it because it's new. But Shadowlands, this one matches it pretty well. Probably should hide the belt too. I think the belt just kind of clips. Maybe Primal Belt would be good. No, that's even worse. Actual purple ones? Alright, I'll look again after this. I think Hypervision looks better though. Probably. I can agree on this. Nice spreads to that. Sucks that Sapping got broken to Ignite spread. He gets pre-Iron Bark, this is probably his block. Can't really wait out the Iron Bark. I'll do a Gouge and then Blind Go in a sec. Hopefully he rings that. I can just sap if he doesn't. Bro. He was out of combat, I could sap. I just saw him casting the ring, I didn't think he would miss. But I am doing Beaver 2s, so I should have just sapped. Like, overlapping still doesn't really matter. It just means I can't get a half ring, but... I have to just go without... That's terrible. We're both just like 10%. If I just sapped, I would have killed the guy like a minute ago too. It's a sad thing. I just have no dance charges the whole game. What's up, Arrows? So you were saying... My day, it was kind of shit, but it's whatever. Got a lot of support. People were trying to cheer me up. I'm not happy with my performance in the shuffle tourney. I've just been on a bad streak lately with every duel and shuffle and everything tourney. I don't know. Every time I feel like I've improved, my RNG goes down. Because I feel like I've cleaned up a lot this expansion, actually. And I don't know. It's just sad. These ones? These aren't from Wrath. These are like BFA. I don't know, I smoothed up my UI, I got much better tech with less input lag, I moved and got fiber internet. I fixed my work ethic in like 10 times the amount of streaming I did and got way more practice. I tried to improve my personality for like networking and stuff and just being less pessimistic, even though I still am a little bit, you know? I don't know. I feel like I've made a lot of strides and I have nothing to show for it. Like, I used to win a bunch of tournaments in a row. And now I feel like I just manifest a rigged bracket every single time. I don't know. Oh, we got a 3-hour shuffle pop. I don't know, I don't think it's an age thing. Because there's people that are older than me as well. WoW is not a game where age matters that much. Because you're bottlenecked by a GCD. I mean, my stream has gone down since, I want to say, like, Legion. Like, 80% of my followers are from Mop and Wad. Like, I'm at, like, 66k followers, and 40 or 50,000 of them are from that time. This entire year, I've gained, like, 9,000 new followers. January to December at this point. It's usually, like, 50 kind of new followers a stream. Like, it's pretty circle jerky of everyone being here multiple years. I used to be like a 500 plus viewer Andy without raids. And then for a while I was down to like 100. And then lately this new patch has kind of kept me at 300 a lot. We're gonna swap this guy. Kenny the healer. Get the Sky Fury real quick. Blind off that. Gouge off that. Hopefully they stop my lasso. I'll duel if he does. Get Burrow with this, hopefully. Got Burrow. Swap this guy, bombing it, get a trinket. Doesn't trinket. Get some more ruptures out. Pick the druid. I vanished because I'm dying to air. Cloak aggro. Blades, everything. Step kick clone if he casts it on the bash. Kick the clone. Try to get the Sky Fury. Coil gets dispelled. I get lassoed, hopefully we stop it. Hellstone here. I align my healer like a degenerate. I didn't think I was going to take that much damage, and the priest wasn't in my line, and I wanted to step the lock to get to LOS faster. But then we both just went opposite ways with how he was chasing me. If I didn't step there, I was fine. Nice beam. Splash. Get feared again, I can't really cover anything. Good heal. Do a blind. Kidney. Bombing. Maybe get a sap. Got the sap. Do a resap if I don't get lassoed. I'll just trinket this. Cheap shot off. Duel if he trinkets. Try to spin so the druid can't stun me. Bomb this. Blind off that. Won't be able to sap, but Vanish is clone on me. Actually, I get the half sap for one more. I was gonna duel priest into more, but maybe I'll duel now just to peel like the incarn and stuff and keep him low. stunned into clone. Kidney healer into a fear clone or something really soon. Kidney. Kick fear. I'll gouge off the weak clones. Blades, everything here. Unlock for cross. Clones out of it, love to see it. Maybe kick penance if this breaks. Kick that on the radiance. Maybe kidney off that. I have to fake his fade though. I have no step to get there, he's gonna fade. Penances, I can't really get there. Tyrant and everything. Heads blade storming. Kidney off that, I guess. Get coiled. Am I dead? I have vanish in 1 second. DR cheap into a blind. Give a sap. Sap JK, I get bashed, man. That was a good bash. I should have evasioned it though. I have cloak, I just don't want to press it. This is the worst dance ever. I hate having not acrobatic strikes so much. I couldn't cheap shot the guy with step twice. I have cloak, I just refuse. I have to train cloak, because it's in current stuff. Gouge healer, but that's gonna break the dots. Duel defensively into a kidney. Hopefully they just run it back. My Boomies can die, or my Archer does, I mean. Unfortunate. Yeah, I'm just tilted. This is my first bad lobby. At least it'll make my queues shorter. I think I could still win the next 3 in a row, though. I want to kill that Sky Fury so bad, but I can't. Got Trinket Burrow. Druid trinkets that. That's really good for us. We can kill Druid soon. Why are we dying? Kill the Sky Fury. Get my Ruptures back out. Kill the Fellob. Guy should just die here. The most damn. Am I not seeing many Afflux? I don't know, actually. It actually is good. Destro is just probably maybe smoother. I don't know. Oh, I blinded there. Can't stop the squad. We have DRs in like 10. Adaptive Swarm means I can't gouge the healer. I'll gouge the Ellie then if I can't gouge the healer. Cover all three. Step my healer to get to the boomy. Blades, everything. And this guy is closest wizard. I'll ban, I guess. Dude, the fear pathing fucked my fear. Or my sap, I mean. He gets the life swap. If I just dueled healer too, he would have died there. I think we're dead. I don't have DRs for a while and it's incarn. Lock walled at least. Try to gouge the boomy to peel. Come back to my healer. Other way, other way. Bomb myself. Stun this guy. I get bashed. Sucks that I danced to stun him there and didn't walk up. He's just soloing this guy on his own. Holy shit. It's busted. Sucks that I wasted that one dance, though. Hopefully he just ports back. Nice, he grips him. Where our though, is the problem. Gouge the boomy to live. Try to go kidney the healer. After this lasso, I think I can just kill. I'll have Vanish to be able to gouge the healer. And then we just come kill the shaman. That was way too sketchy. My lock is a live lord, though. Holy shit. I need one more to get at least 4 wins. 3 wins is pretty shit. I think we got this though. Even though the Ellie's 1-4 right now. I think after that shuffle tourney, I'm going to change a couple keybinds though to try to play faster. I need a better bind for duel. Because I don't think they're ever going to rework it away. Yeah, DH is getting a way bigger hammer this time, the 3rd time around. I think sub will catch more nerfs after this one. The sub one's pretty tiny. Kill the obelisk. Get axe tossed first globe. Didn't do anything yet. I get faked. Getting our druid. I cloaked, I guess. Bomb this. I could have sapped druid there. Druid trinkets. I'll gouge him. Kick the clone. Try to duel off that, but he's kiting me. Big incarn from them. Getting recloned. I get axe tossed. I should have maybe trinket cloaked there. I'm dying through cloak. Stop the fear. Stun resto. Kill the obelisk. Try to gouge off that. Look at this. Gouge. Cool. Finality Rupture. Kick regrowth. Into a kidney. After the smash. I'm gonna wait till Svendir lines up on booming a kidney actually. And then I can gouge too when that flame shock ends. I'll just kidney now, I can gouge off that. Cheap shot. He gets there for the fear off that. Okay, we saved it at the end. I still lost MMR for 4 wins because it was a multi-hour queue. And my MMR was higher than the lobby by like 100. But only losing 20 MMR for 4 wins is not bad. Talk about the DK nerfs? Yeah, they're pretty huge. Does anyone know if the normal Gladius works now, by the way? I know there's like the Big Mex Gladius, but I don't like how the Big Mex one looks, how it like smushes the trinkets and stuff. There's Gladius X. Yeah, I hate how that one looks. I don't know. I like the Zarya layout of S Arena, but I'm gonna just change a couple keybinds, go back to Gladius, see if I can play faster. Maybe I'll make a bar lag macro for backstab now that you don't really backstab and dance anymore. To save a keybind for backstab. And then maybe I like combine duel and cheap shot together somehow. And then maybe I move duel to where dance is. Consider a mouse with more buttons. No, I love this ultralight X. I can never give it up. I do have a dual macro, but it kind of bugs my targeting sometimes. I gotta figure out the targeting thing too. DB or... Hopefully it doesn't get earthcraft out. Much cleaner. With Sepsis? Yeah, the Gormaw build, it just takes too many talents to be good. Like, the problem with Gormaw is, like, you need to go Rotten, and you need to go Lethality, and you need to go, you know... And it's, like, cooldown based, so you don't have it every go. And then you do the whole Perforated minigame to add, like, 100k, and then you're still at only, like, a 200k out of, you know, 900 to 1.2 million. I'd rather just double your Avis damage and have Avis do Gormaw level damage and buff your sustained damage on Rupture. So this build is just flat out better. You can get more Shadow Strike teleports with Sepsis. You can get cleaner duels by just having infinite energy. And then you just make up for losing Cold Blood and Rotten by having more crit and just dropping your Versa a little bit. Like once I get on use and a few more items, I'll be like over 30% crit. And I'll still be like 100 mastery. And like 30 Versa. Are the new sub nerfs big? Not really, no. It's a pretty slap on the wrist. I think Asta got nerfed harder than sub did, which is funny. Thoughts on Outlaw? It is good, but it's too RNG sometimes. It was the best, but now sub is fulfilling Outlaw's role now that this build lets sub do sustain damage. Sub was I want to play around burst and cheese and be AFK half the game, and Outlaw was do sustain. Now sub is I can do Outlaw sustain while still having CC. So it makes more sense to play sub. I would buy the main hand dagger with Conquest, yeah. You're late enough in the season now that you don't really need to get World PvP Catalyst charges either. Oh, I should just did more CC. Actually, it's probably better I wait for DRs to line up. The Rupture makes it a little hard to gouge the Shaman for pre, but maybe he can... Nice, the guy doesn't pre-wall. Trinket walls now, but it's a little too late. Half sap for him because grounding's down. I should have just dueled Shaman instead of dueling this guy, but he's actually going to live because the pet stunned him. I definitely should have just dueled Shaman, he would have died. Trying to set your teammate up for the kill is not the viewer 2's play. Nice pre-sheep, I actually love that sheep. Even though I'm stuck in an earth crab. Bruh. Still just gonna kill this guy, I think. Anyway. Lasso, hopefully he has CS, but he's like not pressing it. Bomb myself to live, I guess. Oh. That was the biggest throw of all time. I'm definitely fried. I don't know how he didn't CS that though. Unless he used CS in the duel or something and my add-on's not tracking it, but he had CS and he just let that sit full. I would have killed there. But I also just shouldn't have dueled healer with the guy at 5%. If I just dueled Shaman, I killed him. Well, you know. I didn't have a dance charge and then, you know. But I had it in like one more finisher. Would you still go this build even without 2-set? Always play this build no matter how much gear you have. It's just objectively better and smoother. And you want to build good habits anyway. And the tier doesn't interact that crazy with it. $850 conquest left. 2 set, 1 dagger from vault. Well, obviously wait till Tuesday. In case you get tier again in the vault, right? You don't want to accidentally like buy gloves and be like, okay, I'm turning that into the catalyst. And then be like, oh, well now tier gloves dropped in the fucking vault. And then you have like 2 chest pieces. You know, like you don't want to do that. Because, you know, Murphy's Law will screw you over even if you think as a gambling man that there's no way, right? It's the most expensive conquest piece. I gotta pick the expensive one, you know? But... waiting for a DB. Good DB. Got Trinket. Try to dodge the fear. Dodge the fear. Ultimate Penance. I'll just cloak it. Gonna gouge the DH for free in a sec. After the backflip. T for the big Abyss. I have a Finality Abyss next one. I got another walk. Got Trinket Swap. Big Penance. Big Penance again. Get near this guy. You get incapped and he dies. It's usually kind of a bad habit to press Rupture in this. Makes it harder to DB for pre. I'm gonna mix it up though, I think, in one or two more. We'll do LG of this, and then we'll get one more person in, and we'll end the day on that. Because I've already been going for 7 hours, and I'm playing on like 20% right now. The DH nerf's pretty big, but I think it'll still be good, yeah. It just won't be double everyone in the game's damage, right? Even a sub, do you feel the need to rupture each target? Maybe not always the healer, because it fucks over your ability to gouge. But sometimes replicating just forces you into that anyway. Accidentally pick. S tier DPS for you? Probably still sub. Arcane. Maybe Destro, actually. Boomkin. Maybe Ellie. Probably still DH. Windwalker, question mark. 6% could randomly break everything. Who knows? Maybe they're all gaslighting and don't have tier or something. Just press Sepsis as if it's an improved Shadow Strike. Literally, that's it. That's my best advice for you. The build is not about Sepsis. Sepsis is just free real estate. The whole point of the build is Finality, Dark Brew, and Tea. I just am in the habit of pressing it. It's basically what my Gormaw bind was. I would make sure symbols and blades and everything and dance all have their own binds, but you can maybe macro symbols into T and then just press symbols instead of symbols. Or press T instead of symbol, but it's still going to be a bad habit that can fuck you over. But if there's like a gun to your head and you have to macro things, it's probably the least overlappy, waste a bunch of T that you don't want to way to do it. But it should have its own bind. Because there are going to be moments where you want to just symbols, you know, between goes, or T between goes and not actually commit symbols or not. I guess you could make like a macro where you would only symbols and stance, right? You can make a macro like show tooltip, symbols of death, or T. And then be like slash cast stance 2, which is only dance. Stance 1 is like stealth. And then stance 0 is nothing. You can do stance, no stance, but then it would be happening in stealth too. Like you could do something like that. Maybe. I don't know why it's still showing. Maybe that'd be okay. I mean, you have infinite energy already with how much symbols gives you back and how efficient Blades is with 7 combo pointers. Zap the meld? Oh, I know that kind of fucks me. The free wall. We're all getting meatballed. We kind of overcommitted to the priest there. Couldn't get there to kick the MD. Ignite. I was gonna gouge the shaman for pre. Maybe he can DB for pre though. He gets lassoed. I get penanced even though I didn't really come off the pillar. Get food. I had to go for it even though I knew he had fade. Alright, we're gonna mix it up after this game though. I did say that was LG. Alright, we're gonna get someone new in for a bit. And then this probably is gonna be the last person for the night. So we've been going for 7.5 hours. We're probably gonna go towards 8 hours and I'm just gonna be fried. But probably no double melee if you're like a rogue warrior DH, probably not. Eventually I'll gear my mage to play with rogues that are viewers, but no promises on that front. That's a ways away. I enjoyed my mage a little bit in Shadowlands, but it takes me a while to get cozy on binds and stuff. Yeah, missing acrobatics is like the only annoying thing, but you gain so much mobility that you can kind of outrun the difference. And acrobatic strikes is kind of toxic anyway. I feel like they should have pruned it. It's impossible to balance and it's really buggy. It ruins the whole point of abilities interacting with each other. Oh, you dropped a ring of peace. Oh, I can hit into it anyway. Oh, you're line of sighting me? I'm auto attacking you through the pillar, proccing crippling poison so I can chase you. Right? I don't know. I think it's toxic. And it's passive, you know, I like having more buttons. If it was like a cooldown to get the extra range, if it was just like a, you know, I'd be more into it. I think I remember this paladin's name. It was not a great time, but oh no, that's not the one I'm thinking of. We're chilling. I was checking to see if there was like an omega negative win rate. There was one last season where it was brutal. They were just like DR hodging my kill target and shit at like 3 MMR viewer twos, and I was like, oh no. Not the one I was thinking of, or else. It was something with an A, and I saw an HPAL with A, and I'm like, there's not many HPALs left. Run it up. I think I'm gonna do a couple of UI changes and keybind changes though tonight. Hopefully tomorrow is not miserable. Nah, it's not you. I already checked. Unless you were literally like 20 or 30% win rate, and your name wasn't, you know. And the guy, worst part is I gave the guy like an hour and a half, and he wasn't even a sub. I felt so bad because I wanted to like get him his 2100, and he was just hard stuck 2K with crazy inflation. And we're just like, ugh. It was like the bare minimum basics. I was like, just don't press any of your CC, man. And couldn't even do that. Thankfully, that is not you. So we're gonna pump. Try to evasion the druid. Evasion the druid. Get a kidney. Druid trinkets. Nice fucking rep. That's good. It is unfortunate that I get incapped, but I think I just go druid out of the half sap here. Switch the sap to monk in a sec. Get a blind monk. I don't remember that being DR, but I kind of threw a little. I'm okay with that Hajj actually. I should have dueled it so it wouldn't get dispelled. Shadow Strike teleport over there from Sepsis. I'll vanish because I'm exploding to air. Maybe we can do another stun into rep when the monk's off DR in 2. If not, I'll just gouge off this. Big T Abyss. Try to gouge. Another Abyss with Finality. Duel him low. Not playing Cloak for the Karma. Feels bad. He bops the Karma though, but he's still Fist of Fury parrying. Get double port. He's gonna port back into me for no reason. Can you Druid in a sec? Oh, he hodges him for me. I'm okay with that too. Big Abyss. Another big Abyss. Even bigger Abyss. That's what I love about non-finality. It's like, you never have to worry about break at CC. You get so many more finalities. I got like 2 finalities that go. There's some big Abyss. Any AoE in the entire game goes through duel. You can get pre-sphered, you can get barriered, you know, renewal. The only AoE that doesn't work is the Healing Dragon Emerald Communion. It gets countered by duel. But that's a double-sided sword because teammates can also help you damage with AoE. Like a DH can do a lot of like Blade Dance, I-Beam, or you know, like Boomy passive AoE, or you know, Mage Meteor, stuff like that. Shadow Crash doesn't work? Maybe. I haven't seen that interaction. No, I don't like Secret Tech. I did the math, and people only compare it in a vacuum where they're like, yeah, but if you crit 2 out of 3 and do a 400k secret, it's like, well, what if you crit multiple eviscerates, right? Like, it's too easy for people to like Trinket Cloak, Trinket Vanish, Trinket Meld. Like, there's so many buttons that just make secret do nothing. And I've added it up, and a crit eviscerate with a Shadow Abyss with a tier set proc actually outdamages secret. How long does it take to get geared? Not that much. Secret's a fun button? Not really. It's clunky with stun gaps, it breaks CC, it just feels shitty to press. And it wastes a talent point. Like, I like the idea that I could be First Dance, Pre-Med, and Weapon Master for the most combo points possible in a go where I don't have blades. Like, this is just the smoothest build. But I guess I could still pick Secret over Shadow Focus, I guess. In which case I would still have all those I just mentioned. Probably shouldn't have, nice, he triggered it anyway, that was a bad blind though. Continuing the CC chain was pointless. Get a Finality Rupture on this guy. I'm gonna cloak because this is all of his CDs. Get this guy even though he has Life Cocoon. I guess I have to just swap on it. Reps. I'm not going to break Life Cocoon. I probably should have just kept tunneling and break the rep. We didn't really need to go to CC since the guy had Cocoon. I'm not going to really ever be able to break down unless it's like crazy dampening. We have blades for this next go though, and I have finality up. I mean, I guess he pulled the trigger on the go, so. I could have sapped Monk there actually, he dropped combat. Pick Monk. I'm gonna let this rupture fall off, and then I'll gouge DK defensively just to recover. And then we can go for like a kidney rep after I farm the dance charge. Okay, now we'll get a finality rupture on this guy. Post evage. And a kidney for CC. And now we have the dance charge, get the symbols. Blind off that trinket, cocoon. We hit the other guy now. Just vanish. I do have blades really soon. I might just go for like a duel kind of go. Get a big finality rupture on this guy. Kick the healer. He actually fakes for once. Okay, after this AMS. Continue this guy on his roll. We just duel off this and kill. Cloak aggro with OP cloak so he can't death strike me. So I didn't have evasion for it. Yeah, it's also an extra Macabre stack. And it's twice the damage of a Shadow Strike. And it's potentially 2 Shadow Strike teleports. If it doesn't get dispelled, it resets the buff that gives you a stealth ability. Brain makes my brain hurt? No, you're good. Just trying to make the content, you know? Yeah, when you use Sepsis, right? It lets you use 1 stealth ability. And you could Shadow Strike teleport with that. Which I re-stealthed there, but you know what I mean. And then when the dot finishes, if it doesn't get dispelled or anything, then it gets another stealth buff. Which I've had a game where it gave me a cool sap where I couldn't have sapped otherwise because I had no vanish, no meld, no dance. It was like a roguelike choose game and it was checkmate, and I got to sap out of a fear because of Sepsis, and I was like, okay. It's like the one time I've done that interaction of just like Sepsis sap because I had no other way to sap, which was really cool. But sometimes Sepsis bugs out with the Shadow Strike teleport. It doesn't always let you do it, and then sometimes it lets you do it mid dance for no reason, like multiple times. Like I don't get it. The Sepsis stealth buff is very buggy. It also apparently makes your Shadow Strike do 25% more damage because it thinks you're permanently in stealth. My net went out. Rip, dude. No Cloaked Shadow. It's just terrible. Vanish already gives you a 3-second window. It's only if you were like thinking you're gonna die to dots religiously, of like, oh, I have a Feral Frenzy and a Death Mark on me and I'm vanishing the dots. But for the most part, this is just extra move speed for your dances and stuff, which is a huge deal. And it's just extra damage reduction on your go so you don't get counter pressured. And it's helping you the entire game rather than just only on your vanishes, you know? Shouldn't have dual trauma, and I should have saved it to try to one-shot the warrior. I should have just vanished and AFK'd stealth. Also forgot to go disarm. And inevitability ever good? No. Even with Shadowcraft, which is also terrible in Arena, this is an amazing talent in PvE. But the problem with Shadowcraft in Arena basically is, even if you wore old season tier set, and you were full Versa, you had Rotten, you had Lethality, and you're just mashing Shadow Strikes and Gloom Blades like every global or something, right? And you basically give yourself an extra 4-second symbols. That's only going to get you 1 or 2 more Shadowcraft procs. And on top of that, Shadowcraft, even though you stack your buff more, it's only really giving you combo points between the dances. Like while you're farming dance charges. It's not really like buffing your next dance, right? Maybe if you're dancing twice in a row and, you know, and you don't have blades, it can give you some value. But the idea of like, oh, it's going to give me more combo points when I don't have blades is completely false. It's just going to help you farm your dance charges. Because it'll be like, oh, I had 2 or 3 more stacks of shadow techniques after my dance was over. And, you know, I'm spamming Fan of Knives. You know, and then all those Shadow Tech procs are wasted, and then you don't have symbols, and then the talent goes back to being turned off. And it doesn't really line up with helping the next go, or even helping the current go, unless you're dancing twice in a row, which makes you run out of dance charges. Like, this talent is just if you have minutes of uptime straight, with inevitability in PvE. So, and there's just too many talents around it, like Rotten and Ormal and Dark Brew and all that are just too much better. And like an actual trying to kill in a CC or a stun, you know? I don't know, Fade is much better. We got Wolf's Red with the Prime as well. Thank you so much, man. Putting us at, I think, 20 for the day. At 435 overall. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, I guess we'll get like 1 more person in for like 1 or 2 games since Errol's internet went out. I'll get you in another day, for sure. I don't care about losing 1 game. I just feel bad that you don't get like, you know, 1800 or 2100 or whatever you want. But I'll get you in another time for sure. Especially because you're subbed. If you're running with Slice and press symbols... I already get mini goes without blades by just playing First Dance and Pre-Med and Weapon Master. The problem, like I said, with Shadowcraft. Bomba gifted 5. Holy shit. Everyone's trying to keep me going, even though I said I was getting off soon. Like, holy. I will take it, though. Thank you so much, Bomba. Map pool, it's a weak aura. Right here. But like I said, the problem with Shadowcraft is it's giving you combo points between the dances, not at relevant moments. Because it doesn't give really any interaction with blades outside of storing you to a really high number of Shadow Tech. It's usually just affecting you after the dance for when you're farming dance charges with Fan of Knives. Which, if that takes a global or 2 longer, it doesn't really matter. You're usually just waiting on DRs and getting micro CC'd for no reason anyway. What's map pool for anyway? So the way they changed it in Shadowlands is they've made so many maps now that what maps are allowed to queue changes every week. There's like 3 different variants, A, B, and C. So like there could be a week where, you know, there's a couple that are default that are every week, but like there could be 1 week where there's no Blade's Edge. There's 1 week where there's no Mugambala. I mean, ideally, I wish they would just cut all the maps that everyone hates and have people vote on it, but you know. Because Mugambala is terrible. Blade's Edge is terrible. Shuffle is always the same lobby pool. That doesn't change, because there's only like 4 or 5 maps, I think, that can be Shuffle. Yeah, if anyone wants a free carry, I'll probably play... Well, they're like 2-3 games. Blade's as great as a monk? I don't know about that one. Even as a monk, man. Queue into double mage warlock on Blade's Edge or something in like a shuffle lobby. Or even just double mage in general. And just get blast waved off like 50 times. Even with your port. I don't know, there's just so many toxic combinations. And then Mugambala is literally like a CIA psyop. Like, there's no way Blizzard intentionally went, hey, what does everyone hate? Let's put it all in one fucking sandwich. Oh, people hate rooms? Okay, we're putting rooms in here. Oh, people hate Z-axis? Okay, yep, we're putting that. People hate awkward fucking pillars that are half the map in a rectangle? Yep, we're doing that. It's literally an incest baby between Blade's Edge, Black Rookhold, and Tolvaron. Like, you can't make a worse map than that if you tried. Outside of, like, terrain stuff. Like, you throw in some Nagran tornadoes or something. What map? Mugambawa. The BFA one. The troll area. Like, the Horde City. Black Rookhold might be the worst map. No, Black Rookhold is kind of okay. I mean, not really. The rooms are terrible. The side ramp is weird, but at least it kind of functions as a pillar. And then the side room functions as, like, the right pillar, kind of. Cap Colo unlock, fuck it. Is he Destro, though? Yeah. Can you play Gaff? No, you can only play Destro. Alright. I like Affliction roguelock way more than Destro. Because Infernal breaks CC more often than Phantom Singularity. And I like only having one coil. Because then they don't accidentally waste my Sap DR or my... You know, or my Gouge. Sap here. Evasion the pet stun. Duel off that. Stun off that. Who's the DK now, dude? I mean, he's gonna be paying more alimony after those cooldowns. Yeah, I think healer still. Doesn't backflip. Trinket Blair. Get a resap. To a kidney. Fine, I guess, because you got stopped on the fear. Duel the trinket. Triple DR cheap just to get the Abyss. Looks like I got pulled out there. Part evasion scatter. Hopefully he gets the fear. Nice. So on this guy's trinket, he dies, no turtle. Try to cloak trap. Gouge off that because I won't get there for sap. Sepsis cheap shot on the priest, even though I didn't have dance. Get another sepsis cheap shot. Into this guy. Trying to bomb the swap even though they're stacked. Kick the penance. We overlap kicks. Still kill because he landed the CS. Polo was just faster than me, dude. I learned priest. I'm doing like probably 2 more and getting off for the day. I got you tomorrow though, Born. From the guy's trinket. Nice coil. Sap that. Duel if he trinkets. Go get a resap. To 1 more sap. To duel. Into kidney. Try to evasion bash. Didn't even have evage, but he dies to dots. Where the Thug Cleave went? I thought I updated the title, but he had to get off. My bad. What evasion the druid? Druid's out. Couldn't have did that bomb. That was kind of dumb. Maybe he switches the fear, the druid, even without a stun. Nice fear. Thank you for the grip back, Mr. Death Knight. Appreciate it. I don't think I had 3 shadow steps there, but I'll take the grip back. I think I'm gonna LG there though, because my auto ad's going off in 30 seconds, and I don't really have a snooze for it. And I needed a good moment to end anyway, and that was a funny game. So I will catch you guys all tomorrow. Love you all. Thank you for the subs and the donos. My favorite expansion was Mop. But yeah, I'm going to run some ads, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. GG's. Sorry about the shuffle.